Good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday, September 23rd, 2021. What is going on? That is water filtering in the background. It's not a creek of any sort. I am editing this privacy and making this a public show. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Jenna. This is 11:11 with Jenna. I am here 7 days, 7 nights, 14 times a week. Yes, at 11:11 a.m. Eastern Time. And I am everywhere. It is 11:11 Eastern Time. And when I'm there, it's still 11:11 somewhere. So what's going on? I'm making water, cleaning water. Oh, and there's somebody here. Who's here? Michael Kiel is here. Hello, Semper Fi. Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. It's just you and I, Michael. So I'm going to just bring you on right here, right now. Ooh, Michael Kiel in the house. I got my jams on. Michael, where are you? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Where'd you go? I don't see you. This is what was happening last night. There he is. Hello.
Howdy.
What's happening?
Can you hear me?
I can. Beautifully.
Good.
Hey, Mama Grace is here.
Hi, Mama Grace.
How you feeling?
Much better.
Good. Excellent. Your strength is back to where you usually are?
Not quite.
No.
No, still a little weakness. Um, Still get tired, still get winded, but much better than a couple of weeks ago.
And you're working?
Yes.
Cool. And how's your wife?
She started work yesterday.
Oh, cool. What does she do?
She works in a
Excellent.
group home.
Wow.
Um, she used to work for the school for special needs kids, and a lot of these kids are in this group home, which is owned by the same company that runs the school.
I
And
remember telling me that.
since all this COVID stuff has been going around and they're not sure about doing school full time and part time, she just stayed on at one of the residential halls. So she's been doing that. So that's more consistent work than trying to do the school thing. So
Good.
it's working out.
Just so you know, I don't, yeah, there you go. I was going to say, I'd love to see more of your beautiful face, but I always cut my head off on the top because I just do. But, well, I'm glad she's back to work. That's very
Yeah.
cool. Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Ask away.
How do I ask this? Do you think it's important to get vaccinated?
Mm, Jury's kind of out on that because I'm hearing conflicting things on both ways.
But
Um,
do you think that you not been vaccinated, you would have been sicker if you would have gotten COVID?
it's hard to say as well. That's my only argument for getting vaccinated is if you have comorbidities, if you're overweight like I am, if you have high blood pressure, diabetes, any of that other stuff, then it might be useful to get the vaccination in that theoretically it would lessen the symptoms if you do get COVID. Um, with all this mandating and stuff about people having to
I'm
get
not talking
vaccinated and
about the
all this.
mandate. I'm talking health. I'm having a health conversation.
Yeah, well, health wise, well, I think people should have a choice whether they get vaccinated or not. And that's all I'll say about that.
But what about but people that aren't vaccinated because they don't believe in the vaccination, they don't believe in the medical treatment of it, why would they be allowed to go get treated? I mean, why should they get treated? And I have a friend last night that could not get into the ER and had a diabetic crash and had to be airlifted somewhere because there was no room at the ER and is in ICU now.
That's not good.
No, because the place was so crowded, overcrowded with people, and there was not a bed at the hospital for him to be treated.
Yeah, but that's a diabetic emergency. That
Diabetic
takes that
emergency, but
takes
there wasn't
that
a room for him. There was no room for him to stay overnight.
that's fine, but they still have to treat him.
They treated him, but they had to still airlift him to another hospital.
Yeah, okay. Well, that makes sense. That's how it's supposed to go. But yeah, you can't just send somebody somewhere else when they're in the middle of a crisis.
No, but I'm just saying the hospital's taken over by people that have COVID because they're unvaccinated for the most part. The percentage of the people that are in the hospital are unvaccinated, large percentage.
Hmm.
My hometown is surging right now, big time.
Hmm. Um,
So my thought
so it's
is,
hard to say.
if you don't believe in the vaccine, why do you believe in going to the hospital?
Well, you have to get help when you need help.
Getting the vaccine would probably curb some of that need for help.
Not necessarily.
Well,
I was vaccinated and I had to go to the hospital.
right, but if you weren't vaccinated, it could have been worse for you.
Yeah, it could have been. But at this point, it's hard to say. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't have an answer for you on that one.
Yeah, well, I've
But
I talked to two doctors today that'll probably be on the show. That I'm not saying everybody needs, I'm just saying that I'm very angry that my friend had to be airlifted because he couldn't stay in his hometown because there were no beds because of COVID.
yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of the way it's going. But I don't think it was just because of COVID. I mean, they're probably seeing other people as
The
well.
majority of the hospital beds are taken over by people that have COVID.
Yeah. Well, it's going to happen. Different places going to happen. And that's what they've been warning about the whole time. So that's why they're trying to get people to, wear the mask and, stay away from other people and hygiene, good hygiene, and get vaccinated if you choose to. But just because you choose not to doesn't mean you get any less care.
But why believe in the science when you have to go to the hospital if you don't believe in the science of the vaccine?
Hospital's been around longer. The vaccine's only been out a little
It's
over a
been
year.
out a certain amount of time, but it's been around a lot longer. It's been tested. You know that. It's been
Yeah.
tested for decades. It's not a brand new off the street. Let's just make it right now.
The vaccine?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's new.
It's a newer vaccine for Pfizer and Moderna, but was created many years ago. I mean I'm not
Well, the science has been around, but the vaccine is new.
well, let's agree to disagree on this then because at this point I don't like seeing hospitals overrun with people that have chosen not to get the vaccine.
Yeah.
And people that aren't getting the vaccine, that aren't wearing the mask. It is a logical argument, Patty. You're not involved in it right now. I'm talking to Michael. And you're someone that you don't want to get the vaccine. I can't be around people that aren't vaccinated. I choose not to be, which makes me sad because I have people that I love that I want to be around, but they're not vaccinated. I'm careful for myself, and I have to take care of my mom.
Yeah. Well,
Who
those are
has
valid.
been, who has been vaccinated, but when you're older, you know this too. Vaccines as well. He's not okay. He's in ICU, and he's probably going to die. But thank you, Carla. Why believe in the sign? I mean, I know people that now I have two neighbors, but one of them I've talked to. She said, "I wish I would have gotten the vaccine." She was in the hospital for he he was in the hospital for like a week and a half. She said, "I wish I would have gotten the vaccine. I wouldn't be going through what I'm going through now."
Yeah,
But I like your hair.
I don't.
You don't?
No,
Why?
makes me look old,
No, it makes you look distinguished.
and it's a lot more maintenance
Why are you doing it then?
because I'm lazy.
Oh,
I
well,
haven't cut my haven't cut my hair since I've been in the hospital.
I
So
like it. It kind of frames your face. But I like bald heads though too.
yeah, well, I'd rather have it bald than I don't have to do less maintenance. Plus, I have a dry scalp, so when I go to put oil or whatever treatment in there, if I have the hair, it never gets to my scalp.
You need some of my magic salve right here, the balm.
What is it?
Bomb, da bomb, da bomb, 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 bomb. Oh, my ring has been shipped. It's a salve that it's part of my I have a cream and a serum, face cream, a serum, and then the salve. This is good for lots of stuff. It's good for pain, it's good for moisturizing. It's what I use on my face along with my moisturizer. And it's cannabinated. Mark uses it. Mark loves
Hmm,
it.
okay, well, I might have to check it out.
Check it out now. So, are you on you worked last night? You're on your right before you go to sleep moment?
Yep.
Did you have breakfast yet?
Nope.
What are you going to have? Is your
I don't
breakfast dinner though? Or is it breakfast?
know. It's more like a snack because I had a meal at 3, so that's like the big meal. And now it just I may or may not eat something before I go to bed.
And
But usually, huh?
go ahead.
But usually I just go straight to bed.
Oh, well, thank you for being up still. I still have my jams on. It's rainy and cold here.
Mm. It's cooler, but it's not cold.
Good. I'm glad it's cooler.
Yeah, it'll be. I think it's supposed to be in the 90s today, but like yesterday it was in the 80s. We're supposed to have a couple of
That's
high,
cool.
supposed to have a couple of high 90s towards the latter part of the week and into the weekend, and then it's supposed to drop down in the 60s next week.
Wow.
That's what they say. We'll
Wow.
see. Yeah,
That'll be nice. That's a nice relief
yeah.
after 106 and all those days. Hi, Jackie. My ring. I ordered a ring. Carla is a jeweler, fabulous, fabulous jeweler, and I love to support her art when I can. And she made it she made it easy for me to support. And I'm getting a ring, and I should get it by the end of the week or beginning of next week, I guess. So I'm excited.
Cool.
Yeah. Do you wear any jewelry? Uh-huh.
That's about it. I'm not really a jewelry person.
No big silver bracelets?
No,
No.
no. I used to have like a medical bracelet or an ID bracelet, but I either break them or snag them on something and destroy it or whatever. So I just gave up on it.
That's probably the only reason I would ever get a tattoo.
I got tattoos.
I don't have any tattoos. But if I were to get a tattoo, it would be integrated into a couple other things, but it would be a medical thing. What kind of tattoos do you have? A marine something of some sort?
Yeah, it's kind of upside down, but
Uh-huh.
that one, it's just a skull and crossbones, a USMC, and then
Oh, that's cool.
uh,
Oops, the camera moved.
yep,
Wow. Is that an eagle? No.
It's the eagle on top of the globe.
Got it.
It has a banner with USMC on it. It's basically the Eagle Globe and Anchor, but a little more decorative. Kind of hard to see.
Did you design it?
No, I picked it out, and I was down in Oceanside when I was stationed at Pendleton, and
Yes.
I went in there to get a tattoo, and hadn't been drinking or anything, and I should have been, because back back here where the wingtips are, this
Ow.
area back there,
Ow.
yeah, that was kind of sensitive back there.
Ow.
I could have used 3 or 4 beers by then.
Did you cry?
No, I didn't cry.
I'd cry. I'm crying for you. Ow.
Well, don't do that. It only hurt for a little bit. As soon as he stopped, it stopped hurting.
You've had it for a while then.
Oh yeah, I've had it since 75.
Patty's asking, where did you serve, Michael?
I went to San Diego for boot camp, so I'm a Hollywood Marine. Went from there to radio school out 29 Palms. Fun place.
That.
And then from there, they gave me a whole bunch of shots and then sent me to Okinawa. So I spent 15 months in Okinawa, and they sent me right back to Pendleton, even though I put in a dream sheet for all the East Coast assignments. They
Well, so
sent me
you
back to
you weren't
California.
raised in California and you ended up spending your time in California too. But
Pretty
Pendleton's
much.
beautiful.
Yeah,
But you wanted to be
I wanted to see the East Coast.
right.
You know, you know, I could go to Pendleton anytime, but so let's see. Yeah, that was about it. After radio school, when I went to Okinawa, I was with Amtrak's. Those are the ones that come off the ship and drive up on the beach, drop the hatch, and all the guys come running out.
Cool.
So I was in charge of the communications gear for those. And then when I got back stateside, I was with 1st Battalion, 7th Marines, which is a infantry company, and went running up and down the hillsides with grunts. And then the last 2 years, um, I was specialized, and I was a forward air controller for air. So I got to work with the pilots and the jets and call ordnance on the targets and blow stuff up. So that was way cool. Plus, I didn't have to walk anymore. I got to fly and get rides and stuff.
So
So,
you were flying.
well, like we flew sometimes. We get a chopper and pick us all up and take us. So that was kind of cool.
Did you do a radio show of any type when you were in?
No, I did radio in high school. We had a radio show at the local high school, and it only broadcast to the cafeteria, but it was still kind of cool being there in the studio and
I can't
spinning
imagine how
spinning
many people
records.
would be sitting there eating lunch at one time. Aren't there up to about three or four
No,
thousand?
it was open all day, so people be in there on break time or doing studying and stuff like that. So it was kind of a gathering place.
You never went to Odyssey? Any of that, the alternative stuff, schools?
No, the only alternative school I went to was college prep, which was part of the Black Studies, and they were trying to get us uh, mostly it was mostly black kids trying to get us ready to go to
Mhm.
college. So there was a big emphasis on English and math and all that stuff, and lots of help, smaller classes, um, and that was it. No, all the smart kids went to the alternative schools.
Yeah, yeah. I have friends that are like, yeah, at Odyssey we used to play ping pong and I'd paint and you know.
Yeah, they had classrooms that just had couches and big stuffed chairs and beanbag chairs and stuff, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
that's different.
It's a big school with lots of different minds and parents at that time wanting that other, Yeah, I one of these days. I do you know Piero? Do you remember the band, the Freaky Executives?
Hmm.
Okay, they're a like Berkeley institution, and Piero and Buddha, and but it was a seven. There was people, Michael Mong, and all these Berkeley kids were in this band together.
Hmm.
But Piero is who ran the Hella. He started the Hella Berkeley site, and he also started the Bay Area music scene site, and recently left both of them, and is now living off grid writing his book.
Cool.
Yeah, really intense story of his life in Berkeley, growing up with his family and chosen family and all of that stuff. So I can't wait to have him on the show. I can't wait to see him. I don't now he's like off into those trees somewhere. But how many years did you serve?
4 years.
Four.
Yeah. By the time we decided to stay in, it was too late. It's past the time to reenlist. So.
Really?
Yeah.
They say nope, sorry, you can't.
Yep. First they say we want you to reenlist, and if you take too long to make up your mind, then the offer is off the table. So I waited too long.
So if you would have reenlisted, do you think you would have stayed in much longer? Like, would you have made that your career?
It's possible. I had some growing up to do as well. So, um, but if I had, cleaned up my act and kept my nose clean, yeah, I could have stayed in. Should I have been retired almost 10 years now.
Right.
So,
But you'd still be doing what you're doing now, I bet.
possibly.
Well, I'm glad you're doing what you're doing now. I'm
Yeah.
grateful for what you're doing now.
Yeah. I think it was inevitable
Yeah. Yeah, that was a divine meeting right there.
with the influences that I had in my life. So,
Definitely. Well, I want you to go rest because I'm gonna go make Lillian some food and get her outside before it rains again. I wish I could send you some of the rain that we're having here right now. Is
we
it?
could probably use a little bit, but I'm sure we'll get some
I hope so.
in a couple of months.
To be this year is supposed to be a big year. We'll see.
Yeah.
We need it.
I've been
But
digging up some poems for Sunday.
really? You're
Yeah.
gonna come on Sunday night?
Maybe.
That would be so cool.
Yeah. There's one that, uh, Dr. Maya Angelou, um, she's written a couple of poems that really spoke to me back in the 70s, and it was kind of like where I was at the time mentally, and they kind of struck a chord back then. And then this other one, I used to hear it when we only had three stations and they go off at midnight. Well, this one poem I used to hear on the TV when it went off every night, and it's always been one of my favorites.
Ooh.
So
Oh, I hope that you're able to be there at that because you're off on Sundays, right?
yeah,
Okay. Well,
yeah.
it's 8:11 your time, and thus far it's last week was really great. I love it. I think we could do Poetry Glam every night and I would be fine with that.
Yeah, yeah. It was. I was watching last Sunday. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Good. Well, then I'll see you Sunday, but will I see you next Thursday?
Probably.
Okay.
I
Well,
don't think I have anything going.
right. Well, go snack or go sleep.
Okay, I
Go
could do that.
snack and then go sleep.
Well, she's got to go to a class, so I have to wait until she goes so I can park my truck. So, but
What kind of truck do you have?
Dodge Ram 4x4, of course.
Makes sense.
Yeah, what else would I have?
I can't think of what else you would have. I don't know. That makes total sense.
Mopar or no car?
You are you a do you have a trailer like an RV at all?
No,
No. I
no.
need to learn how to back up a trailer.
Practice.
I know.
And you just got to think your wheel goes the opposite direction of the trailer. So you have to kind of think out the physics. But it's not terribly hard. It's just getting used to it.
Yeah. My dad was that was the one thing he was going to teach me that summer coming up. We talked about it and I said I want to get a little trailer because you're going to have to learn how to back it up. I go, I know. So
Yeah.
that's that's on the list.
Yeah, I've seen some people do some weird things with trailers.
I I probably would be one of those people.
Yeah.
I'm kind of weird that way. But I even saw a little oh, I saw a little trailer yesterday that I would like to buy. I called them. They never called me back, Mom. I just realized that. Little Airstream, like a mini Airstream. Super cute
Airstreams are nice.
and shiny. And it was a 1964 Airstream, but it looks like a Bambi, like the new Bambis.
Mhm. Did it have the bathroom in it?
I didn't get to see it inside. I just drove by.
Oh,
There's Avion and Airstream. Avion is from here, actually in a town called Watervliet. And so that now the guy that runs the Avion here also picks up a lot of Airstreams. And so he had one out there yesterday that I saw on my
yeah.
mom and our cross county trip that we had.
Yeah, you might want to get one with the bathroom.
Oh yeah. I had a
Yeah.
trailer in Mexico that I lived in. It had a little bathroom in it. But I also had a bathroom. I had an outdoor shower and bathroom that was really groovy. But
Yeah.
yeah, it'll happen. I just before I buy one though, I will learn how to back it up.
Yep. Yeah, she was talking about getting one, but yeah, it has to have a bathroom because she doesn't do camping. She's more of a glamper.
I know. I'm a glamper,
Yeah.
definitely. All right, my friend.
Yeah.
Lillian's looking at me like this. Mom, when are we going out? Mom, when are you going to put on take off your jammies? I have jeans on. I have jeans and jammies on, but they're my peace jammies.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, you have
Peace.
a beautiful day. Peace. Thank you, Michael Kiel. I'll see you Sunday night.
Probably.
Michael Kiel, everybody. Poetry Glam. So tonight, I had a conversations with Creative, but he said he might have to go visit a friend. Tomorrow morning, Armando. Tomorrow night, Display and Share. Saturday morning, Jeff Metzger. Saturday night, Gary Lambert. Sunday morning, Alex Martinez. And Sunday night, Poetry Glam. And I can't wait to hear you read some poems. This is going to be fun.
Maybe. I'll
Do you have a
probably be
letter for me?
probably be nervous.
No, don't be nervous. You're here all the time. This is what we do.
Yeah, I know.
But
But
if you have a letter, I will sing to you off the air. Sing to you. You don't have to leave. Just sing to you.
how about A?
A is for the way he's always there. Michael Keogh, you're a star, and I'm glad you're here. Everybody who's here, who's not, if you're here, maybe later, maybe not. I'd like to wish you all a happy day and have a safe one. Be nice and stay safe too. Sometimes my mouth and brain don't work together well, but if they don't, I just say, I hope that you always have a cool thoughts, and I wish you all. I can't think of a word that starts with A that makes sense. Applicable words that works for me. And if it's your heart, you can be the apple of my eye, but you can also be the apple of my heart. And I wish you all a very good day. And now, Michael, I wish you a very good night. So have a good one and sleep well. And I need to go because Lillian is gonna go potty on the floor.
That's
Love
not good.
hard.
Really hard.